my brother, who I've had little to no contact with for over 30 years because he chose my mother and I chose me, made a comment on my Facebook page a few years ago. I had done an interview with Global News in Montreal, and I reposted the interview that I did. And it was partly based on my book and my experience as a runaway and the child abuse that led me to end up living on the streets. Anyway, the comment was, does she ever tell the truth? It's like, oh, still drinking that Kool-Aid, I see. I deleted the comment and I reached out to him and I said, which part of that interview wasn't the truth? And just kind of wrote him a little note. It wasn't a nasty note. It wasn't an angry note. It was a note of a bit of frustration, but not anything. I'm pretty patient. And I really wanted to genuinely know where he was going to find the lie. And anyway, it turns out he was lying because he said that Mummy and I didn't do drugs together. And I'm like, I never said that. Actually, I said you stole drugs from one another, and that's true. And he said, well, it's just a miracle that your children have turned out the way that they have in spite of you. And I'm thinking, you don't even know me. You know nothing about me. You know nothing about my life. You know what they know? They know the character that you were cast to play, the narrative that was created by the narcissistic family system. And do you know what you know? You know who you are, as demonstrated through your children, who you've raised into beautiful adults. That's all we need to hold on to, who we are. Because who they tell us we are, one, isn't true, and two, is inconsequential. These are the same people, not my brother, he was a child, who allowed us to be abused and tortured and then stood with our abusers instead of with us. Consider the source.